Hey, what is going on, fellow truth lovers? And welcome back to the courtroom. Okay, so we're still deep inside the pit as the thrash metal blares in our ears. So, we did this guy, right? We're in the middle of this guy cutting a promo. I thought it was going to pop to the next guy. I was wondering why the pit button wasn't appearing. It could reveal hidden clues you'd never even noticed before. Okay, yeah. What?
Have you got any, Runo? Any prints we could look at with a stereoscope?
Absolutely. So we're fresh off a safety save, so we should be fine. How about this print here? My armband. Post-shooting. Ah, yes.
Take that!
Either or, right? Alright then, juror number 3.
Are you saying you can do this with any two suitable photos?
Of course I can. Very well then, I'd like you to demonstrate. I'd be delighted to. Just give me one more print and I'll amaze you all.
Take that!
Take it!
Alright, these two prints were both taken with the same camera in Winterbanks on the night in question.
Yeah, I see. Tell me, Mr. Lawyer. Do you know how stereographic images work? Yeah, we had that explained to us in detail. Do you understand the principle?
Well, I think so. I did have a lesson only yesterday.
Oh, they're going to go over it again anyway? Okay.
The left and right eye images need to be the same, only with a slight shift in the position of some objects.
Then you go cross-eyed. Then when your brain merges the two images together inside your head, it notices the shift as if it were depth. Yeah, exactly.
It's that small shift between certain objects in the two pictures that's really important. So what happens if you use two photos that are exactly the same then?
No, obviously that wouldn't work at all. Not for seeing the scene three-dimensionally anyway.
Oh, of course, now I see.
Has she gone cross-eyed to test it, yeah? I think the young girl has discovered the secret.
I have.
She's still cross-eyed? Can you uncross your eyes before you tell me?
Have another look at these two pictures from Hurley's camera. Go on.
Okay. Detective music, let's go.
Can you see that there's a really obvious difference between them?
I couldn't at first glance, and I was shifting between the two. Of course there is. There are two people in the first and no people in the second.
Well, yes, you can see that straight away, but now try looking at the pictures in 3 dimensions.
Alright, I'll give it a go. So, to start with, you have to cross your eyes and then try to make the two pictures overlap exactly. Is this going to be a weird mini-game? Let's see if by crossing my eyes I can make the quill pens from each picture overlap in the middle. Okay. Wait.
Well, did you manage to see it properly?
No, were they expecting us to actually do it? I thought it would be a weird mini-game. Right, safety save just in case, but it doesn't look like there's any lives on the line. Let's be honest. Not really. I'm just not very good at this, that's the trouble.
Oh, don't worry, I have just the thing.
Nice, we're actually going to get some proof.
I happen to bring with me a portable stereoscope.
Couldn't that guy just lend us his glasses? I know I mentioned this yesterday, but if you've had that contraption with you from the outset, you could have saved me staring at Winterbank and Gina like I hate them all that time. Ah, you mean it's a cross-eyed gimmick, right?
And if you remember, I said in reply that it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Anyway, why don't we try using this helpful little aid now?
And now the minigame, surely.
Here goes.
Nice, auto. Much better. Now let's see what we've got. Wait, look at that. Ah! I had a small inkling that if it was going to be something different, it may be in that sort of weird pile of books or around that sort of strange skull area that it seems to be highlighting. But from what I could see, there wasn't actually any difference at a quick glance between the two. What's going on with these two pictures?
Some of the things on the counter sort of jump out at you.
Ah, because they've been highlighted, right? She's still cross-eyed. In fact, Zeke's is holding it. Yeah, that's it, you see. That's the other amazing power of stereoscopes.
Other amazing power?
Is someone going to explain this black magic, eh? Why did you do some of the things on the counter seem to jump out at you like that, I think you'll find that if you consider the basic principle of the stereoscope, you'll answer your own question.
Basic principles of the stereoscope?
As I said before, if you try to look at two identical pictures using the stereoscope, it won't work at all. It's the slight shift in the positions of certain objects that lets you see pictures three-dimensionally. In other words, even though at first glance it seems the objects on the counter haven't moved at all between the two pictures, this shows that actually there must have been a slight shift in their positions. So what does that mean? Maybe Gina moved the pile instead of shooting him or something?
Yes, there must have been.
Oh, the audience doesn't like that. Do you call it an audience in a courtroom? What is that called? Now hold fire there, sir. Got a reasonable grasp of this whole cross-eyed business now, I'd say. But why the devil does this shift between the two prints exist in the first place? Well, what's the answer, fellow? Come on, you're the cross-eyed master.
What, me? I haven't the first idea. You know, Runo, it's quite simple.
It is?
Just think it through step by step. The first photo was taken at 1 AM. Then 30 minutes later, the second photo was taken. But the position of some of the items on the counter appears to have shifted slightly in the interim. So that means...
That means at some time in the half-hour interval, someone must have tampered with the things on the counter. Zookers! Someone tampered?
New information. Stop. Not mentioned in testimony so far. Stop.
Yes, we've had to go around in circles a little here, it seems. But I'm starting to see what I should be aiming at in this summation examination now. That's it, smash that desk with full confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, the question now is clear. We know the items on the countertop were moved, but by whom? Are you suggesting you might know? Oh, this feels safety-savvy. Of course. Oh, I can tell you right now who is responsible for the almost imperceptible shift in the items on the counter. Now, could this be a trick question and it's Windibank? I think not, but there is a chance. So if we start losing a few lives on these guesses, never forget it could be him. No, wait, he'd be dead. You can't move anything if you're dead. Could have been her. I was going to say probably him, but... Oh, these geezers, because they stole stuff, right? Does it matter who?
Take that!
Maybe? It was the witnesses currently in the stand, the Skulkin brothers. Wait. This does not agree with what brothers said in testimony before. They said that they did not even have time to pull dukes from Lucy lockets. Mafre's book says dukes is meaning hands and Lucy lockets is meaning pockets. Leave the mouse alone, please. But is this another lie? Is this what you are saying? Yes, I'm afraid so.
Now, hold on there a minute. You can't be sure of that.
I quite agree. The accused is a common pick purse after all. It's perfectly possible that she went through the things on the desk to see what she might steal.
Oh, just as well we didn't guess Gina. Oh yeah, because we're defending her. It's like, I think it's my client, Your Honour. I think that's unlikely.
And why exactly?
As you can see from this photo, the defendant was pointing a gun at the victim. It would seem, as my learned friend indicated, that she was coercing Winterbank to open the storeroom door. Learned friend? Is he on about Zeke's? He's gonna hate that. In other words, Gina's interests lay within the storeroom, not in the main shop, giving her no reason to touch anything on the counter.
Yeah, good point. Smash it down, baby, all of which points to one thing.
The Skulking brothers have omitted key facts in their testimony.
But the accused is a pick purse, common gutter trash. Why look any further for the wrongdoer here?
Because you can't just blame her because she sometimes does dodgy stuff. Is she guilty of this particular crime in question? Man, not cool. Because the Skulking brothers are thieves, madam. No better, in fact, worse than a pick purse. Oh, what's that? Because they'll just nick anything rather than pickpocket you. I believe that these brothers were looking for something on the victim's counter that night. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you would condemn the defendant on the grounds that she's a pickpocket, would it not at least be right and proper to thoroughly scrutinise testimony given against her by two thieves? I like it.
Well said. I, for one, would like to hear more from that shady pair.
He headbutted it? Nice. Good lad. Oh, we're inching closer, guys. Can you all see now? I think you find Stereoscope's arm playthings. You've seen their extraordinary potential firsthand.
That's it. Smash it down in the third dimension.
It's evens.
Wholeheartedly agree. Stop. Must purchase after trial. Stop. Will return home via Regent Street. Stop.
Nice.
Shoddy Hawken.
And that's all we need, baby.
Well, it would seem this trial has yet to run its course. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have declared their inclinations via the mighty scales of justice. I hereby call this summation examination to conclusion, with the balance altered in the defendant's favour. 2 lead to guilty, 4 lead to not guilty. Accordingly, the jury is without consensus, and I order this trial to continue.
Yay, well done. Oh, by the way,
What?
you should hold on to this, Runo. You never know when it might come in useful.
Twice in one trial would be unusual, surely, but alright. Nice fold up device.
Zix! You will instruct the witnesses that the court demands additional testimony from them.
Ah, went for the victory sip far too soon.
I'm sure it won't spoil the bouquet to do so, my lord.
Okay, he didn't smash it. I've won myself another chance to probe that pair about their activities that night at least. And I won't stop probing them until I've proven that Gina is innocent. What a horrible sentence.
To be continued.
Give me that happy safe music now.
It's official. Progression. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Straight back in.
Order, please. Let us resume proceedings.
I remember from the first few Phoenix Wright games, it looked like... I can't remember if they did it that way in this game or not. I don't think they did. But it looked like there were only 3 cases, but when you beat the 3rd one, it unlocks an additional 4th one, which was awesome. But yeah, I don't think it will be doing that on this game, and we'll be getting a secret 6th case. So we are inching ever closer towards the end game. Only trouble is, if we beat Zeke's here again, is it going to be another case of, like, Gina actually did it? That would be awful.
Witnesses, you will now retake the stand.
Okay, judge is getting serious. Look at him sweat. Love this tune as well. Soundtrack is awesome.
I presume you heard the Defense Counsel's summation examination?
Oh, yeah, Governor. I did, Gov, I did. Skullkins. Cool, blimey. This is going to be hard work. Summon your inner Kazuma. Earlier in this trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions after you entered Winterbanks. Okay. Is that... yeah, didn't have time to nick stuff. Yeah. What do they mean by that? It's so easy to just grab something while you're running. However, that was a lie. Smash it down, you brothers! Core blimey! On the night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's counter. We never done nothing of the sort. How'd you figure that out? Uh-oh, they docked themselves in.
You will now give formal testimony once again. You will tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question. And this time you will tell the truth.
Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment.
Oh, yeah, with his hand.
And that, gentleman, may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day again. A thought worth pondering, perhaps.
Say no more, Gov, we hear ya. We'll blab, we'll squeak, we'll peach. Peach? I never heard of that one. Illegal entry, the whole truth. Right then, let's see what they've got to say. Alright, we did knock a few things over, but we weren't rifling for nothing. It was when we heard the gunshot, see? Made us both jump and all that stuff went flying. Lummy, it didn't half give me a fright. We was thinking the shooter had come out the door and get us next. We stuck everything back where we found it and scarpered. Straight into him in the black. We couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see? We never even had a chance, did we? But we're not saying they shot the pawnbroker, are we?
Oh, so you admit to the defence's accusation. You did indeed ransack the countertop on the night in question.
Not ransack, Governor, no. That's right, Nash, that's right. It's more like we tied it up, yeah. Sorry.
By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshot, having first made good their mess.
The way you say it, we hardly sound like roughs at all. We don't, Nash, we don't. Can't he make us sound a bit more cutthroat? What? They're in court. It can't just be coincidence that these men showed up at Winterbanks that night. There's more to their testimony than meets the eye, I'm sure of it. Okay, old Gregsy was quiet throughout all of that. Okay. Get the save on. And now let's have a think. Damn, I got a bit too into the voices there and didn't pay full attention. So, yeah, we made to just do a round of pressing.
Hold it!
Yeah, when you say knock a few things over, what do you mean? If that's the case, then why didn't you testify to that effect in the first place? Well, you know, we ain't exactly squeaky clean, are we? We ain't, Nash, we ain't. If we admitted to something like that, people would think we was up to no good. Well, said Ringo, me old China mucker. We'd only land ourselves in even more trouble. And it's like China plate is mate, right? And in fact now, as a result of lying in your previous testimony, that's exactly what you've done. Landed yourselves in even more trouble. That's rotten luck. Says the rotten apple eater.
Witnesses, explain your actions to the court. Why did you ransack the victim's counter?
We never ransacked nothing. Right, Nash, right. More like we tidied the place up. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Hold it!
Press that. So what you're saying is, the sound of the gunshot shocked you so much you knocked all those things off the counter? Well, it shocked one of us that much, yeah. This bag of nerves needs to learn to keep his shirt on. Look, it was loud, alright. Blimey, my dead granny would have woken up at that bang. Big brother screamed like a blooming baby and fell over on the counter. He knocked over a load of books, a candlestick and some skull whatnot. Okay, books, candlesticks and skull. Candlestick, skull, books. Oh yeah, the skull is shifted no. I don't know. Let's carry on for now. Because they could have mentioned a lot more, but yeah. That got tangled in some marionette, what knocked over a picture frame, what knocked them scales on the floor. You really mastered working quietly then. What a racket! My granny would have been scared back into her grave at a clatter like that. So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise. And then some. I mean, it was quiet as a mouse, and then all of a sudden, BAM! Oh, what? What a way to object, just by loudly and aggressively eating fish and chips.
Excuse me.
Hello, officer. Gregsy, you got something to add? Like I keep saying, I don't appreciate being lumped in with these scoundrels. No, something to add about their testimony. You seem to react just now at what old Skulk has said. Did it make you think of something? It's probably nothing, of course. I wouldn't even bother to mention it, only. Well, the fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore the little details. How about you just tell us what's on your mind? As you know, we brought these fellas into the yard for questioning last night, and the statement they gave told a slightly different story to what they're saying now. Interesting. Did it? You claim you heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot. Might have, Gov, might have. Does ring a bell now you mention it. Granted, it's only a minor detail, but still, I can't help feeling like perhaps you've been a bit sloppy with your testimony here, eh, fellas?
If I discover the witness's testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hitherto proven to be, I shall be forced to bring the very harshest punishment to bear against them.
Easy, easy. We'll get it right this time. That's it, yep, it's all coming back to me now.
Then speak. Supplement your testimony with whatever details have miraculously returned to your questionable minds, sirs.
Oh, right you are, Gov.
Okay, so they changed that. A voice yelling out, "Give me that gun." So what evidence could work against that? That could be a lie. Ah. So blatantly what's happened is she's gone in to discuss something, he's freaked out and just gone to off himself. And maybe then she's just screamed, "Give me the gun," managed to get it out of his hand just as the picture got taken. It's going to be something weirdly elaborate like that. Okay, let's press this again just in case. What time are we on anyway? Ooh, okay. So in fact you heard the voice and the gunshot almost simultaneously. We did, Gov, we did. Although I suppose if you're being honest, we heard a kind of wavering voice before the hour, no? If you don't want to get shot, give me that gun! Bam! Kind of thing. A career in acting tragically missed. And where were the voices coming from? Could you tell? Of course we could. From the other side of that door behind the counter it was. From the storeroom where the victim was found dead.
And the voice you heard, it was that of the victim?
On me granny's life, of course it was.
On his granny's life, of course it was.
So that would mean that you both knew Winterbank and the sound of his voice.
Eh? So that would mean what?
What, Nash? What? Any ideas?
Yes, Counsel, indeed it would.
Okay, the plot's getting thicker.
No, we didn't know the geezer. How am I supposed to deny it when that bloke and all the fancy clobbers giving us the evil eye?
If you value your lives, you will ensure your testimony is accurate and true.
Oh, on me granny's life it is.
Oh, on his granny's life, it must be.
Wait, isn't his granny dead? It's a good job his granny's dead.
To summarise then, immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then hear the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering them all over the shop floor.
You make it sound like we're clumsy.
Don't forget we tidied up after like good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it.
Was holding the gun, so he just should have fired instead of yelling at the girl. Okay, let's leave it there. So, a bit more pressing next episode, guys, and then we'll see how we get on. I will have to try and remember that we've done the first two. But, yeah, not the end of the world if I don't. Because, once again, a quick mesh, hopefully you should realise it. But yeah, that is it for today, guys. So, if you like the looks of any of the videos flooding your screen at this very second, check some of them out, and more importantly, let me know what you thought. Because court feedback is good feedback. If you've missed any of the great Ace Attorney Chronicles so far, then catch up. But the main thing is, guys, as always, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.